Welcome back to Albums Born Today, where we delve into the history behind albums celebrating their release. It's March 20th, 2024. Let's explore what the past has in store for us today. Meet the Temptations is the debut studio album by American vocal group The Temptations, released in 1964. The Temptations originated in Detroit, Michigan, in the late 1950s as the Primes. The group underwent several lineup changes before settling on the classic lineup featuring Otis Williams, Melvin Franklin, Paul Williams, Eddie Kendricks, and David Ruffin. In 1961, they changed their name to The Temptations. The Temptations signed with Motown Records in 1961, joining the label's roster of talented artists. Under the guidance of Motown founder Berry Gordy and producer Smokey Robinson, The Temptations began recording and releasing singles. Meet the Temptations was recorded in 1962 and 1963 at Hitsville, USA, Motown's recording studio in Detroit. The album features a mix of original songs written by Motown's stable of songwriters, including Smokey Robinson, Norman Whitfield, and Berry Gordy, as well as covers of popular R&B and doo-wop songs. The album showcases the Temptations' signature vocal harmonies and smooth, soulful sound. Drawing from influences like doo-wop, R&B, and gospel music, The Temptations' early recordings laid the groundwork for the group's later success in the soul and funk genres. Meet the Temptations features a combination of upbeat, danceable tracks and heartfelt ballads. Highlights include the singles The Way You Do the Things You Do, My Girl, and Dream Come True, all of which became major hits for the group and helped establish their reputation as one of Motown's premier acts. Meet the Temptations laid the foundation for the Temptations' legendary career and established them as one of the most influential vocal groups of the 1960s and beyond. The self-titled debut album, Wild Cherry, by the American funk rock band Wild Cherry was released in 1976. Wild Cherry originated in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area in the early 1970s. They gained local popularity playing covers of popular funk and rock songs in clubs. Wild Cherry's debut album was recorded in 1975 and released the following year. The recording sessions took place at Cleveland Recording Company in Cleveland, Ohio. The band worked with producer Carl Maduri Jr. to capture their energetic live sound in the studio. The album, Wild Cherry, blends elements of funk, rock, and R&B, reflecting the band's diverse musical influences. The songs are characterized by catchy guitar riffs, funky bass lines, and soulful vocals, creating a sound that was both danceable and infectious. The album's standout track, Play That Funky Music, became an instant hit and remains Wild Cherry's most iconic song. Inspired by an encounter where a crowd at a club yelled at Parisi's previous band to play that funky music, White Boy, the song features infectious grooves and catchy lyrics. While Wild Cherry never replicated the massive success of Play That Funky Music, the song became a timeless classic and remains a staple of funk and rock playlists to this day. The album, Wild Cherry, cemented the band's place in music history as one-hit wonders but left a lasting impact on the funk rock genre. The Rapture is the second studio album by American R&B/soul singer Anita Baker, released in 1986. Anita Baker began her music career in the late 1970s, performing in various bands and releasing her debut solo album, The Songstress, in 1983. While The Songstress received critical acclaim, it did not achieve significant commercial success. After the release of her debut album, Anita Baker signed with Elektra Records. With Elektra, Baker found a supportive label that allowed her creative freedom and provided the resources to craft her signature sound. The Rapture was recorded in 1985 and 1986 at several studios, including American Studios in North Hollywood. Baker worked with producer Michael J. Powell, who helped shape the album's sophisticated and polished sound. The album showcases Anita Baker's unique blend of R&B, soul, jazz, and gospel influences. Baker's smooth, soulful vocals are complemented by lush arrangements, including strings, horns, and keyboards, creating a sound that is both timeless and contemporary. The Rapture produced several hit singles, including Sweet Love, Caught Up in the Rapture, and Same Old Love, 365 Days a Year. These songs became signature hits for Baker and received significant airplay on R&B radio stations and MTV. The album received widespread critical acclaim upon its release, with critics praising Baker's emotive vocals, impeccable phrasing, and sophisticated songwriting. The album won 2 Grammy Awards in 1987, including Best Female R&B Vocal Performance for Rapture and Best R&B Song for Sweet Love. The Rapture is regarded as one of Anita Baker's finest albums and a classic of 1980s R&B/soul music. I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got is the second studio album by Irish singer-songwriter Sinead O'Connor, released in 1990. Sinead O'Connor gained recognition in the late 1980s with her debut album The Lion and the Cobra, which received critical acclaim. However, it was her performance of the song Nothing Compares to You from her second album that catapulted her to international fame. O'Connor began recording I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got in 1989. The album was produced by O'Connor herself along with John Reynolds and was recorded at various studios in London and Dublin. The album blends elements of rock, pop, and folk, with O'Connor's distinctive voice and deeply personal lyrics at the forefront. The songs on the album touch on themes of love, loss, spirituality, and personal struggle, reflecting O'Connor's own experiences and emotions. The album's lead single, Nothing Compares to You, written by Prince, became a massive international hit. The song topped the charts in multiple countries and earned O'Connor widespread acclaim, earning her several awards, including the Grammy Award for Record of the Year. The album's impact and influence have endured over the years, with many considering it one of the greatest albums of the 1990s. Nothing Compares to You remains one of the most iconic songs of the decade, and O'Connor's fearless approach to tackling personal and political issues in her music continues to inspire artists and listeners alike. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Feel free to leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. Keep the music alive, and we'll see you in the next video.